Everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to work on our legs today. So a lot of lower body exercises coming your way. We're going to do them circuit style. So there's going to be 7 exercises. We're going to do them all in a row and we're going to repeat that 3 times. So our repetition range, we're going to aim for 10. You can do 10 with me or 10 on your own. We're going to be going really fast, very limited rest. So make sure you're listening to your body, pausing the video when you need to. You don't have to keep up with me the whole time, and you don't have to use weights the whole time, right? So take care of yourself first, do what you can. That's how we get stronger. So make sure you're also warmed up really well before this workout. Make sure those joints are feeling good, and make sure you have some water. All right, so we're gonna get started. Okay, so for this workout, I have some dumbbells behind me. I have a chair, and I have 2 levels of resistance bands. So you are welcome to use whatever equipment you want. You don't need any equipment. That's the nice thing about leg workouts. It's really easy to just do regular body weight workouts with our legs. So we're going to start with a squat. So we're going to have, if you're using weights, we're going to bring the weights up by your shoulders. And we're going to keep those feet about shoulder width apart. We're just going to squat down, and we're going to come back up. Do that for 10. Down. And now I'm going to grab my handy dandy resistance band here. And I have a nice chair. You can also do this laying on the floor. You're going to lay on the floor. You're just going to come right on your back like this. I'm going to go on this chair here so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. But we're going to take our band, if we're using one. We're going to put it around right above our knees. And then I'm just going to come up and have my shoulders on this chair. Keep my hips up nice and high, nice strong core. And we're just going to push those legs out to the sides. So we're kind of making like a butterfly stretch. Come down or come up. And then we're going to use our chair and our resistance band here. So I'm going to put the resistance band underneath the chair leg. And then my left foot here is going to go inside the band. Hopefully you have a nice sturdy chair that doesn't move when you do this move. I don't, so I have to hold my chair still. You're going to stand a little ways, about a step away from the chair. And then you're going to bring this leg in towards the middle of your body. So we're working that inner thigh here. It might not be a big movement, that's okay. You can see mine's very small, partially because I have to hold the chair here. But I'm still feeling that work. And then I'm just going to switch my feet here and do the same thing for the other leg. Okay, so keep about a step away and bringing that right leg out in towards my left. Wishing my chair would stay. I'll leave that where it is here. Okay, our next one we're going to do what's called a lateral step-up. So you can use your chair for this. If you have a shorter step, that might be better to start with. So we're going to place one foot on the chair or step, whatever you have. You're going to press through that foot and bring yourself up. So you can see I'm not using any weight except my own. Okay? So we're going to do 10. This is a good balance move too. Feel that thigh really working, those glutes really working. Make sure you're pushing through those glutes and that foot and not stressing your knee. I lost count, so I'm going to do one more. And then we have to turn around, do the other side. Okay, so same thing for that other leg. One side might be more difficult than the other. Okay, so we're gonna step, same thing. You also might find you're able to use weight on one side and not use weight on the other. Perfectly normal. That's why we practice individual sides like this. Hopefully your heart rate's also getting up. Getting a little harder to breathe. If you're following me, we're on 6. All right, we're gonna come down. I'm gonna pick up just one weight. We're gonna do another squat variation, except this time we're gonna have our feet really wide, okay? About shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna squat down and come back up. And those inner thighs, you should be feeling those again, okay? Keep your chest nice and tall. Make sure you're hinging at those hips, not bending. We have one more. And then we're gonna come up. We're gonna grab that other weight. And we're just gonna hold the weights at our sides. And then we're gonna pop up on those toes and very slowly lower those heels back down to the floor, working your calf muscles now. Ooh, that was really fast. So another balance move. If you have trouble keeping your balance during this exercise, don't use the weights, hold the back of your chair. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. And then our last exercise for this little circuit, we're gonna come on back down to the floor or your chair if you're using your chair. We're gonna do hip thrusts. So I have the weight just on my hips here. And then I'm gonna push those hips up towards the ceiling, squeeze those glutes, nice and slow back down. Keep that core engaged. Make sure those knees are, we don't want the knees splaying out in this exercise. We did that separately. Nice straight forward knees. Remember to breathe. Okay. And very slowly remove the weight. Come back up. And we're going into round 2. So I'm gonna go right into it. If you need more of a break, pause the video. If you wanna get that cardio up and you can still do your exercises with good form, let's go again. So we're gonna start with that squat again. So we're gonna have the feet about hip width apart here. We're gonna bring the weights up to the shoulders, squat down, trying to get those thighs parallel to the ground. If you can go deeper than that, that's awesome. If you can't, even get to parallel, fine too. Whatever your range of motion is the correct range of motion. All right, one more. We're gonna lower those weights. And we're gonna come to our hip abduction. So I'm gonna put my handy dandy little band back above my knees here. I'll just come off the edge of my couch. I'm gonna bring those hips up nice and high and spread those legs apart. Got 9. And one more. Right, and then slowly come to a position where you can remove that band and go towards your chair and get your other band. We're gonna do our hip adduction now. So abduction is the leg moving away from you. Adduction is bringing the leg in towards you. So working those opposite parts of the leg. This is also a balance move if you aren't hanging on to a chair. We'll do one more, and then we'll switch those legs and do the same thing for the other leg. It's about a step away, bringing that inner thigh in towards the midline of the body. Okay, now we have our lateral step-ups again. So we're gonna place one foot on the chair, step in through that foot, bring ourselves up sideways. And, ooh, lost my balance on that one. All right, we got one more on this side. And we'll switch and get that other leg in. Whoa. Two more. All right, we'll come off that chair. We're gonna grab one weight again. We're just gonna hold it. And then we're gonna bring those feet about shoulder width apart. And we're just gonna squat down again with that wider stance. Okay, same flat back as your regular squats. You might be able to get a little bit deeper with these because your legs are in a different position. Okay. I'm gonna do one more here. And I'm gonna pick up my other weight. Okay. I'm going right into those calf raises. So up on those toes, nice and slow back down. As your legs get tired, these are going to get harder to balance. But try to keep that nice, slow, controlled pace. You should feel those calves really burning. Ooh, that was a bad one. Then we're going to do one more. Okay. Then we're going to head to the floor for our hip thrusts. Okay, so we're going to lie back, place that weight across the hips, and bring those hips up. Very slow back down. Two more. Last one. Okay. Move the weight. Come up nice and slow. We've done it twice, only one more time. So if you're ready, we'll go right into it. If not, pause the video, take your break, start again when you're ready. All right, we're gonna bring those feet about hip width apart, weights up, squat down for 9 more. Okay. We got one more. All right, going over for our hip abduction. Right, grab that band if you have one. Above the knees. And we'll just bring those legs out and back in. And we'll come down. Move this for the last time. Stand up nice and slow. And we'll get our leg ready for that adduction now. So bringing that leg in towards the other one. This is 3. 4. Ooh. We're gonna do one more on this side, and then we're gonna switch. And 10 for this side. Okay, one more. And then we're gonna head back to our chair and do our lateral step-ups. So 1 foot up, push through, bring that other leg up to the chair. One more step up. one weight. Nice wide stance. And we'll squat down. Got two more. One more. All right. Grab that other weight. Got our last set of calf raises. Up on the toes. Nice and slow back down to the heels. This is two. One more. Whoop, that was bad. I'm gonna do an extra one. And we'll put that one weight down, keep the other. For our last exercise of the day. Come on down to your back. And bring those hips up. Done. Okay, so that was our leg workout. Nice fast paced again. Hopefully you got some good cardio. This was nice and short, but you definitely got a lot of work in. So rest well, make sure you stretch, make sure you hydrate, and we'll see you tomorrow for our next one. We're doing we're doing chest, triceps, and some core tomorrow. So back to the upper body. I'll see you then.